Hello and welcome to the Inquisitive Crafter. I'm Katrina Stewart from Crafty Jacks, and today is all about Targhee sheep. So this is another one of our breed series videos where I share with you a little bit about these breeds and what it's like to spin them, as well as what it's like to work with them. Now, Targhee is one of my absolute most favorite breeds. It is one that I just absolutely love to spin. And in fact, when I first started bringing in yarn to dye, it was one of the ones that I looked forward to bring in for yarn. I just think it's just such a lovely fiber that being able to share that with people who aren't spinners was something that I really wanted to do. So, Targhee is actually a relatively new breed, and it was developed in 1926 in Idaho. And so what the researchers were doing is they were looking to create a hardy, all-purpose dual breed sheep. And what they started with was Rambouillet Rams, which they were crossbreeding with Corriedale and Rambouillet Lincoln ewes, and then they quickly back crossed those sheep, and eventually what they got was the Targhee sheep. Now these sheep are named for the range in which they grazed, and they are just so lovely. So they have a stable length of between 3 and 5 inches and a micron count of between 22 and 25. So it is definitely next to the Skin Soft. In fact, my sweater that I'm wearing right now is made out of our Targhee worsted base, and it's super cozy, super soft, really, really comfortable. And because of its slightly longer staple length, it doesn't pill that badly. There's always going to be a little bit of pilling, especially at the start when you're wearing a new sweater, but this one I found has actually been really fantastic. So this is another example of our Targhee yarn knit up, and because it's a 3-ply, it actually has really lovely stitch definition through cables and things like moss stitch. And this is actually the Killadoon Hat, which was knit using our yarn and designed using our yarn, which is really quite lovely. And so yeah, as you can see, the breed, while it takes dye beautifully, it does have a little bit more of a matte finish to it. So it's a little bit softer, but it's a really lovely squishy fiber, and the resulting yarn is super bouncy. Now I always find that when I finish yarns, depending on the type of breed, it will either puff up a lot or not a lot, and so there's always a difference. Well, Targhee puffs up like crazy, and it's got incredible stretch and bounce to it, and it's just a really lovely, lively fiber to work with. Now we have 2 yarn bases as well. So our Tough and Tender sock, which is Targhee nylon, the superwash Targhee nylon blend, and our Toasty and Tender, which is our 100% Targhee worsted. And both of these are available in our shop, and they are really lovely to work with. So if you aren't a spinner and you want to try a different breed to yourself, we do have that ability as well. So that is a little bit about the Targhee sheep and why you'd want to spin them. So much fun. Definitely one of my favorite all-time fibers that I've ever spun. So there you have it, Targhee sheep. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have a question you would like to answer in a future video for one of our tutorials, please send your questions to ask@craftyjacks.ca, and I will do my very best to do that for you. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye for now.